won't give you back. You know, it's a raffle. You have to be in that raffle, and that's it. My dear, all my antennas went up like, hey, is this I'm going to lose this money to these people? This I'm going to lose a whooping 40k. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I just want to do a quick get ready with me, not doing so much, but I just want to film some content. I'm like, let me do a little get ready with me. And please, I'm not a makeup artist, okay? So also let me tell you guys my experience about what I went through with an Instagram vendor, and I was able to recover my money back. So I think some of you may learn with a tip or two, especially if you catch it easily and know that you have been scammed or something like that, or maybe you don't see that a scam, but me, I felt like it was a scam. I was scammed. That's why I retrieved. Well, anyway, my name is Magdalene. On this channel I talk about fashion, travel, and lifestyle, and I do believe if you look good, you definitely feel your best. So guys, you know when you've gone through some kind of stress, like you feel like, I don't know, that's part of what my book is all about. Like you feel like people don't really care how you're going, what you're going through in life. They just always want to get from you, always coming to you like you have your life figured out. So I just needed to, to relax, because since I discovered that I struggled with anxiety, like they now finally gave me the words for what I go through, and I realized that, oh, I actually need to relax. So in that scenario, I actually did something that really stressed me that period of time. I'm like, and I didn't have who to share it with. So the only option I could do is to go for retail therapy. In which retail therapy does. Guys, I'm currently using this Jimmy Soul Snail Mucin for my skincare. I love this product. Like this product is so good. Like when you are kind of in your maternity stage, people, they begin to say that ladies struggle with hyperpigmentation, but this toner has really got me sorted. Like I've been getting compliments back to back, like pregnancy got nothing on you, that kind of shit. And I'm like, you don't know my secret. This is my secret. I love this product. I just knew it was going to work, and I've always had an obsession for Korean skincare, but getting into Nigeria has always been a hassle because shipping and all that, and the tariffs, many situations like that. But anyway, let's continue talking about my retail therapy. So that period I did some shopping on Temu. Temu is one brand that people are always feeling like they're sketchy and all shit, but I've bought some things from them and I really do like shopping from them. They give me the vibe of AliExpress, they give me the vibe of Shein, just that they're just starting out, and some of their prices are, sometimes pricey. So the more you spend, the more the quality you get when it comes to such brands. So anyway, I got that. I was like, okay, that one could it help with my retail therapy I was trying to achieve? No, it didn't. So I went a step further and I decided to, I just saw this Nigerian brand advertising on Instagram. God, Instagram brands and their adverts got me twisted. Before I used to tell you guys that their adverts makes you feel like it's about to sell out, it's about to go FOMO and all that. You just can't wait to get your hands on something from this brand before it sells out. That sense of urgency is what they actually use, but this one was a different twist. Like seriously, it was a different twist. I should have seen it, but how would I know? I was saying that I should have seen this. I should have read the terms and condition. Terms and condition applied. That is one thing I've always loved to read, because this same the black people don't like reading, and Nigerians just jump on things as far as they see it. And mind you, when something is too good to be true, guys, sometimes it's actually too good to be true. Seriously, this thing I'm telling you guys, I have not really talked about anything to my family. I just kept it to myself, and I hope for the best. Fingers crossed to see if I can recover my phone. So what really happened, this lady was doing an advert and was like, guys, my brand is a pricey luxury brand, so we're like, okay, we're interested. Seriously, what you get on that size, pictures are good, like crazy good. Trust me, when you see the prices, when you see the what she's selling, Ashoke, boo boos, she does a lot of things with Ashoke. And typically what threw me aback initially was that but all these Nigerian designers, nothing comes cheap from them, and that's the truth. No shade, no lie, no tea. Like you are in the country, but you can't really afford most of all these custom made, ready to wear Nigerian designs because they are pricey AF. And this what do you call it, Ashoke, is actually something we get in Nigeria, but I still wonder why it's pricey. But I look at it and I realize that she does a whole lot of designs to this Ashoke. It makes them crazy beautiful. Trust me, I'm not throwing shade at the brand, but really it's crazy beautiful, and the prices are pricing. She does toning, shining, maybe I don't know whether she uses Swarovski crystals, but it's shiny. I'm like, oh, and she was offering it for 19,999. That kind of thing. You just don't round up, it's 20,000 you're paying for this particular thing. And I'm like, okay, since I'm out there shopping for, I'm planning to shop for my maternity outfits, so it's an opportunity for me to actually, add some to my closet, because I know I'm already becoming increased, and I know many boys sauce, they're feeling sauce like this lady. So you are swelling, you are becoming bigger, people are beginning to suspect. So I'm like, I need to get something that will work for me. So that's what I actually did. I saw the lady, it was ridiculously cheap. I was so happy to jump on it. Like, who wouldn't, 1999 for a luxury pieces that is typically 200 plus thousand. And she was saying she was doing sale. If you see the bling on these pieces, you will love them. And I was like, what's the catch? What's the sale about? So I'm like, okay, since she said it's going to be 1999 and it's a draw of some sort, which I should have paid attention, but because of how nasty beautiful this thing is, I could not even pay attention. I'm like, after all, she said this at the price, and I've seen many brands when they do sale, whatever price they put there, that's the price. There's no catch, there's nothing. And I felt like when you do an entry, right, and the entry means that when you do an entry and you wanted to get any of our pieces for a ridiculously cheap price, so it's going to be more like when you enter into the you make payment and buy some things, then you get whatever you paid for and a free gift. That's what I thought. You see my laughter. That is what I thought, because I'm already used to brands doing, free gifts. I shopped for a particular jewelry set, which she was not even doing a sale, but she was offering free gifts. I'm not draw my bros in front of you guys, and I'm getting good at it. Just that I don't know how to carve it like the makeup artists do. But anyhow, that was how I was like, this is really cheap. So you pay ridiculously cheap for the brand because they were doing a sale, right? For that ridiculous price, 20k, for a brand that typically charges 200, one something for their prices. And this their price is pricing very well. Who wouldn't fall for such a sale? Because trust me, this economy, you don't like, if you snoop, if the snooze, you lose. Everything now is pricey, and getting such a sale, I could not help it. So typically I would think about it. I even read the terms and conditions, mind you, I did. When I was blinded by the fact that this thing was ridiculously cheap for that price they're offering, that was paid for like 2. Then one day, like, as I was like expecting, because he already told me that my order has been made. So like, who wouldn't be happy to get their order of a luxury piece for that kind of price? Ridiculously cheap. So I was like, okay. I don't know what took me back to that brand again, their Instagram page, because typically when I bought something, I wait for delivery, wait for that call that says your package have arrived. Who doesn't love to hear that? So I waited and waited and I waited. I just knew that, but for the fact that my order has been made, nothing moved, no shipping, no this thing. But typically they gave their normal days, which was like maybe 10 working days to process. So I was not worried. But something still keeps taking me back to this brand to go and check their Instagram, just keep checking and checking. I don't know what I was looking for, And that's one thing about women intuition. When your intuition tells you something may have gone wrong, and all like I spent about 40k to get these pieces because all like I needed a boo boo, and a boo boo would do a lot for me in this period, right? So I needed a boo boo to just get me sorted. I was so happy about the price, but that nagging feeling that something may be wrong, go and read the terms and conditions. And I've never done that for any brand that is doing a sale. I've never in my life done that for a brand that's doing a sale, because when it comes to sale, I'm like, sale is selling, so that's the price you're offering. And when brands say this is what they are selling, that's what. Okay, so I was saying that nagging feeling keeps taking me back, so I decided to go and read. I just opened the Instagram page, then I saw the rules again. A rule I read on the website, I saw it again on Instagram, and this time around she did a voice note saying this is how it's going to be. You know, when you buy for this, it's like each payment, each order you make for that ridiculously cheap price is an entry into a raffle. You say what now? I was shocked. Did you just say you needed me to join a raffle for about 20k? Meaning that what I paid for, right? What dragged me to your website, I'm not getting it because I'm going to be among people going for a raffle. So it is by luck that I actually get anything from the website. And I was like, oh, really? I have been scammed. But the lady didn't feel like when they listened to her voice note, she was like, you people should listen to the rules and regulations. This is so simple. For each entry you get, the more you pay, the more your chances. So I may pay 100,000 naira, for example, right? Trying to get 20k, and I may eventually not get that ridiculously cheap boo for 20k. So imagine, but imagine like if I pay the 100k and I get ridiculously cheap boo of 20k, for example, what happens to my 80k? So indirectly, you're telling me that I'm buying your pricey luxury things, but not buying your pricey luxury. And okay, when I now discovered that it was actually a raffle, and I knew that I don't always, now when you've done raffle several in your life, you know that raffle is a game of luck. That's why I don't even like betting in the first place. I don't bet. I don't do raffle. I don't do anything that says stand a chance to win, because it's a chance. It's not guaranteed. There's nowhere in a raffle or a draw that is guaranteed. And most draws, they don't make you spend ridiculously like that. It's not like the raffles they do for banks that say keep your money for so time, then you get to be among the raffle draws, to be able to get so and so thing. But if it was a bank raffle, I get it, because my money will be sitting pretty in the account. And worst case scenario, if I don't qualify to win these gifts, at least I still have my money. But this one, they're like, okay, fine. I didn't know this was a raffle. It wasn't clear to me. I didn't watch your video. It was my first time seeing your brand. And Instagram ads can be crazy. So I was like, oh. So what do I do to get my money back? I called them. And was like, my dear, I've checked your website. The amount I paid, which is 40k, can literally not buy anything in your website at the moment. Even just not at the moment, you cannot buy anything. I'm not your customer type that you're looking for. The customer types are people that shop luxury, right? People that have that money to spend. So I am not that person. Alright, so I made a mistake. Can you just give me back my money? They were like, no, we won't give you back. It's a raffle. You have to be in that raffle, and that's it. My dear, all my antennas went up like, hey, is this I'm going to lose this money to these people? This I'm going to lose a whooping 40k. So we're like, okay, but after this thing, you get like an invitation. They will give you a voucher for you to shop for the pieces in their store. So I asked the lady, I'm like, a voucher when I said the cheapest thing in your store at the moment right now is 140k. So I'm not really your customer. What can I buy with my 40k in your store with this so-called voucher? You're like, it's like a voucher is the rule. They're not doing a refund. Yeah. I was like, okay, fine. I'm like, so this is how I'm going to lose this money. Trust me. I was not going to give up my own money for anything in this country. Like I wanted to do everything possible to make sure that I don't lose both ways. Either I get the voucher and I get something she claimed to be around 25, 30, or I get my money intact. No, you guys are eyeing my high pencil. I've had it for a while. It has become so short, so I still use it anyway. After all, it can still paint the lip. Trust me. So anyhow, that is how I almost lost that kind of money. So I decided to, like, I cannot just lose both ways. And that's one thing about I don't know, maybe sometimes it's good to have anxiety because your anxiety will push you to want to fix things, that nagging feeling to make sure that you fix things or get out of it, or the same anxiety that pushed me to do retail therapy and spend that kind of money which I didn't have because I thought it was ridiculously cheap and I'm going to wear it for years and years to come. Like, oh, we don't wear a boo for that long. Boo is something that is trendy. It's not only meant for women that are expecting, it's not only meant for expecting mothers. It's meant for everybody that can actually style a boo. So, like, boo was not a big deal. I needed a boo in my life. It's not going to be a big deal. So, and I'm going to use it for years and years to come. But I was like, I can just not lose this money. Like, if they give me a voucher and I cannot find anything I actually like in their store, or even if I did find, I will be doing everything possible to retrieve my money back, which is I'm going to buy something, just anything, to make sure I get the value of that money I've spent trying to get into a raffle, right? So that's what I was thinking in my small head. So I went to my bank like, yo, I feel like I've been duped. Like, that's how I actually made the complaint. Like, I feel like I've been duped, I think I've been defrauded. I need my money back, right? I know I was stupid. I knew I was I fell for an ad which I didn't really pay attention according to the voice notes that the voiceover that she dropped on her page. I didn't pay attention, so my money fell into her hands and she's not giving me back because she wouldn't give me back, because it was a bloody rule which we didn't follow and we have to follow it. So, but if I was more like a customer, I wouldn't be shaky about it. Like, if I'm actually able to afford the 100,000 for clothes, why would I be jumpy about it? What's the big deal? Spend this money. But I don't have that kind of money, so I wanted my money back. So I told them I may have been defrauded and they should please get my money back. So it was like maybe 2 or 3 years after, and I did that before I actually made the call. One day I was in the office and I just got a mail from the brand like, your money has been refunded. Expect it in 10 working days. I'm like, you serious right now? You mean you're going to give me back the same money that you say you won't return? But I think maybe because it was dropped as a complaint or a possible fraud, the brand was a little bit jumpy and they had to give me my money back. And I'm like, I'm going to share this with my people on this channel. Like, please guys, if you feel like you've spent money in the wrong place, the first thing you should do is just attempt to get a recall, because this was a very easy recall. Some recalls are very difficult because if I had paid straight to the brand's account, it would have taken forever. Maybe if I had paid through card, maybe it would have taken forever to get a recall. But I paid through Paystack, and that brand would not want to be soiled by a possible vendor that is using their payment solutions and is duping people. So the money was still within them. And I know I also have a website which I use. I have a website I have my own website, my blog, and I also have some products I'm selling. So typically if you make payments into my website, it takes some number of days before they actually release the funds to me, right? And then I guess why the brands keep it with themselves for a while. And this money was still sitting with Paystack, I guess. So the refund just came back. Like, I took it back when they knew that the money was, the woman has not been paid, right? So they took out that money that complained that it was fraud. Lo and behold, I got my money back. I was so excited. Like, trust me, I feel if you're going to get a recall, it's always a chance of 50-50. Like, if you're doing a recall from someone's account that you paid directly, there's a very slim chance you will not get that money back. But if you use all these payment solutions that the brands use, right, like Paystack, which they're not sponsoring anymore, I'm so happy they gave me my money back. Like Paystack, like InterSwitch, those brands, if they are still holding the funds and your recalls within like 2 or 3 days, they will get the money back and give you your money in full. I was shocked. Like, that was just basically a backup plan. It wasn't really the plan to actually get the money back. The plan was, to either get my money back, right, or maybe just take a chance with their so-called voucher and expect to be able to buy something their brand for around the price of for something. And if I cannot say anything for something, then I will have a voucher that will be useless. Guys, it wasn't funny, but anyway, I was just open because the lady was giving me assurance that I should get something of 25. I was like, oh, 25. So if I get something of 25, that means I have to buy 2 things, or just to be able to cover up my, my money. It will be like 25, then I will now buy something of another 25, making 50, which I don't have. Then I'll pay for shipping from Abuja to Lagos. Gosh, that would be a lot of spend. Like, you're going to make me spend more or be a compulsory customer because you don't want to refund people. And I don't know how I feel about this, but you guys let me know in the comment section. Do you think it's okay for a brand to collect money from you guys only in the name of giving you ridiculously cheap sales? Because I've never heard it in my whole shopping life. Like, I've shopped from random brands and many of them give you this ridiculous things they tell you, but really I've never heard that I have to pay money to enter a raffle. Like, I know they do pay money for enter a raffle, but in this economy, 20k for a raffle. And even the sad part when I actually listened to the video was that I should have paid separately. So if I had paid, because normally that initial FOMO, you go and pay for, maybe I have more to spend and I pay for 5 and I pay it under one order, I may still not get chances to get the order to be qualified to get something for our website for ridiculously cheap, which I still feel is not ridiculously cheap. It's not matching in my head, because if I have to pay 80k to stand the chance to get something of 20k, then you will return my 60k as a voucher. I still come back and buy things from you. So it's like this. It's always a win-win for this brand. Either way, I turn. But what do you guys think about this? My get ready with me being scammed by an Instagram brand. No, I know many people feel like no, and I'm not going to tell you the name of this Instagram brand, but trust me, guys, if you are on Instagram or Instagram serves very hard and you've not seen this brand before and they are claiming to be a sale, please confirm that this is really a sale, because sales typically the price you see is what you get for that product. I've never seen where the sale is a raffle in my whole life. But anyway, if you like this video, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to this channel till another time. Bye guys.